Welcome to the Bold Life School, the show that empowers you to elevate your life and to step into your full potential. I'm your host, Jameson, and this is where ambition meets authenticity, where you'll find the tools and inspiration to grow, evolve, and thrive. Each week, we dive into powerful topics that challenge the status quo, whether it's to break through limiting beliefs, navigate life's transitions, or embrace the bold moves that push you beyond your comfort zone. Now let's get into today's episode. If you're listening to this at the end of the year, there's a good chance you're tired. Not I need a nap tired, but mentally carrying too much tired. And on top of it, we just finished the holidays. Do you really need another New Year's resolution? Have you even had a chance to pause and take inventory from this year? What about all of the unfinished business from right now? All of this needs closure. Unfinished conversations, to-do lists, unmade decisions, goals you meant to revisit or accomplish but didn't, habits that quietly drained you all year long. We drag all of that stuff into the new year and then wonder why January feels heavy instead of hopeful. So in this episode, I want to offer you something different. It's a 7-day reset, not to overhaul your life, but just to close out this year cleanly so you don't bring its weight into the next one. It's simple, it's honest, and you don't need hours a day to do it. I've created a free 7-day reset companion. It's linked in the show notes, so you don't have to remember everything as you're listening if you're in the car or jogging or something. You can pause, come back, and move through this at your own pace. So let's begin. Day 1. This is the end of year audit. Day 1 is about truth, not judgment. Most women skip this step because they don't want to look too closely. Or maybe they're not naturally reflective. But clarity starts with getting real. Here's what I want to ask you. What were your 3 biggest wins this year? Your 3 biggest wins. And yes, wins do count, even if no one else was there to clap for them. Holding it together during a hard season, that's a win. Leaving something or someone toxic is a win. Resting when you used to push through is a win. Personally, one of my biggest wins was hiring a virtual assistant. Best choice ever. This allowed me to really ramp up my productivity and delegate more work. That is priceless. Next, what were your 3 biggest lessons or challenges or failures? So the 3 biggest lessons, challenge, or failures. These could be learnings. Again, not to shame yourself, but just to start noticing patterns. This could be a bad habit you found yourself repeating or something that maybe you wished you'd done better this year. A lesson that I continued to struggle with this year was a repeating pattern, I must say, and that is biting off more than I can chew. I bought a home that is more home than I want to take care of. And I sometimes also ask myself, why in the world did I get 4 puppies? When I'm in my highest energy mode, I've got all of these dreams and ideas and plans, and I put them into action, and then I forget about what it's like when I'm in my low energy mode. And then I have to deal with the consequences. That's something that I'm hoping to stop doing next year. The next question for you, what drained your energy this year and what gave you energy? You may look at the people in your life, the commitments that you've made, the decisions, your health choices, anything. Just instinctively write down what first comes to mind when you think of things that drain your energy versus things that give you energy. It's a quick audit. It tells you everything you need to know about what to repeat and what to cut next year. Again, if you want to come back to this, you don't have to remember it right now. It's all inside the free 7 Days of Reset companion linked in the show notes. All right, that was day 1. Day 2 is closing the loops. Day 2 is about mental energy. Unfinished business quietly exhausts us. It's distracting. Every open loop that you have in your life takes up space, mental space, sometimes even physical space. even when you're not consciously thinking about it. If you're anything like me, having a massive to-do list hanging over your head weighs on your mind. So today, I want you just to make one list, not 10 lists, one. Write down all of the things you need to do, projects to finish, tasks to check off, donations to make, scheduling appointments or work to be done, purchases that you need to get out of the way, decisions, etc. And here's the key part most women miss. You don't have to finish everything. Get it out of your brain. You're finishing what can be finished and then just archive what can't. Oftentimes, I'll have my big, long to-do list. I'll write down everything that is in my mind, and I'll realize that a bunch of it is just nice to have stuff that goes from one daily to-do list to the next, and I realize, like, I'm not doing this stuff. So why do I have to put it on the list to begin with if it's not important? And I just get rid of it. And if it bubbles up to the top at a later point, then I'll put it back on the list. But for now, get rid of that stuff. Letting go of something unfinished on purpose is still a decision, and decisions create relief and space for more. You deserve to enter the new year without dragging a huge to-do list behind you, and you'll feel a lot better. Day 3, the relationship reset. Relationships shape your very existence. As I love to say, you're the culmination of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. So make sure you're being intentional about those relationships. Day 3 is about cleaning up your relational world. Here's what I want you to do. Text 5 people who genuinely made a difference this year. Say thank you. Express your gratitude. Reach out to one person that you've missed. Maybe you don't have so much time lately to put into your social relationships, your old friends. Just reach out and say hello. Happy holidays. Have that one conversation that you've been avoiding. Get it out of the way. Get it over with. Start the year fresh. And let go of at least one relationship or dynamic that consistently crosses your boundaries. Finally, schedule actual quality time with the people who do matter, who are a positive influence in your life, who do provide value. And let me say this gently but clearly. You don't need more people in your life. It's about quality over quantity, especially as we get older and we have competing priorities. You need the right people closer and the wrong ones further away. This is leadership in your own life. This is boundaries. Day 4, we're moving on to the health check. Day 4 is not about becoming a new person, losing 50 pounds, exercising every day, going on a massive diet. It's just about maintenance and fine-tuning. Are you preventing health issues for later, or are you actively causing or ignoring health issues now? Personally, one of my both wins and losses this year was around health. I did schedule some catch-up maintenance appointments at the beginning of the year that I hadn't been on top of. However, as the year went on, it got to be Q4 and I let a couple follow-up appointments go. Then, of course, my dog ate my Invisalign retainer, so now I'm back to needing to make another appointment on top of the ones that I still need to do in the new year. So some of these things are never ending, but nevertheless, we've got to get them scheduled. Schedule the appointment you've been putting off. Stock your kitchen like someone who cares about herself. I'm about to get my first delivery of Hungry Root because I realized that I'd just been foraging in the refrigerator and eating not bad for you snacks, but you can't exist on Gouda cheese. So I ordered Hungry Root because I want to focus on eating more vegetables and hearty grains. So I'm going to let you guys know if I like it or not. I've tried just about all of the home delivery and pre-made meals, but I haven't tried this one. Now, you don't have to go over the top with exercise and diet, but it is important to move your body in a simple, doable way. Find a way to do that, and then get real sleep. You can't build a powerful year on an exhausted body and mind, and pretending otherwise is not strength. Day 5. Now it's time to look at your finances and get your money right. Day 5 is about numbers and reality without shame. So pull up your bank accounts, look at the state of your finances, look at your credit card bills, and ask yourself some real questions. What did I earn versus spend this year? Where did money leak unnecessarily? What's one realistic financial goal that you can come up with for next year? Can you save more for retirement? Where can you stop spending like a total wild banshee? Take a look to see where you might be overdoing it and underdoing it. No spiraling, no judgment, but you can't improve what you refuse to look at. And clarity with money creates confidence. Day 6, digital environment reset. Your digital environment shapes your thinking more than you realize. Recently, I found myself scrolling on Instagram, which is uncharacteristic for me. I'd be up late into the night. I'm like, why am I on this social media app constantly? I noticed that it was pulling me away from reading books, which I do oftentimes, doing work that I could be more productive on, and spending time with actual people. So today, let's take a look at your digital environment. Unfollow what drains or distracts you. Follow people or voices that sharpen your thinking. Fill your feed with people who make you better, not smaller, not comparative, not jealous, not angry, not bored. There are enough reasons in life to be all of those things without having to seek it out online. Look at your subscriptions. Cancel all of the subscriptions you're paying for but you're not using. Clean up your inbox. I used to be one of those people who stayed on top of my inbox, but guess what? I just can't do it anymore. And that's fine. But a couple times a year, I have to go through my inboxes and archive all of the messages that are more than a month or so old. Why? Because clearly, if there was something important in there that was left unaddressed, I would have heard about it by now. Just doing this inbox reset allows me to start fresh again and makes me feel as though I actually have a fighting chance of keeping up in the future. Who wants to be drowning all of the time in unaddressed emails? Not me. And again, this is about going into the new year without that heavy weight hanging over your head. Your digital life should support the woman you're becoming, not get in the way of it, not be a blocker to your success, not keep you stuck in comparison or constant noise that's draining you. Finally, it is day 7, the New Year blueprint. Day 7 is where vision meets strategy and strategy meets action. We're not going to come up with 10 goals for the year. You can't do everything at once and do it well. Let's choose 3 goals. Figure out what those goals are, break them into quarters, name the very first action for each, start scheduling out January intentionally, set up a simple tracking system. Planning like this takes an hour, while winging it wastes time and does not typically lead to results. If you've ever wondered why your goals don't stick, it's not motivation you lack. It's clarity. It's follow through. It's taking a look at your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and how they produce or don't produce results. Before you go, put a hand on your chest. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what am I proud of surviving this year? What am I done carrying forward? What kind of woman do I want to enter the new year as? Let the answers be messy. Messy's real, and real is where clarity begins. If this episode resonated, download the free 7-day reset companion in the show notes so you can walk through this intentionally, one day at a time. You don't need to reinvent your life. You just need to close this chapter well. Good luck with the 7-day reset. Walk into the new year feeling accomplished in 7 areas. I'll see you in the next episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, head over to theboldlife.coach for more resources, join our community, and start living your boldest life today.